The John Wick film series is one of those exceptional franchises where each movie surpasses the previous. The first was about a hitman played by Keanu Reeves who comes out of retirement to avenge his puppy's death. If that wasn't funny enough, the second part really takes the cake. The hitman was now driven to turn on his fellow assassins. John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, the third and most recent edition, contained even more world-building and stunning action scenes. With the fourth movie soon to be released, fans are speculating on the plot. In this video, let's look into some fan theories. Number 10. More High Table members may be revealed. We've met multiple members of the High Table so far. Each new John Wick film reveals a new member of this terrifying organization. With actors fighting to be a part of the franchise, in the next movie we expect to meet new characters linked to the High Table. John Wick has always prided itself in casting the best of the best actors, so we can certainly assume that these villains will be played by the A-list actors. Surely we haven't seen the end of the director, the adjudicator, or the elder, but who knows what other members we'll encounter. With 12 seats, there are many more layers of this society that we haven't discovered yet. We don't know about you, but the idea of new members is so intriguing. We can't wait to see what direction the movie takes. Number 9. John Wick could potentially go after the elder. Okay, we know this sounds a little far-fetched, but hear us out. During the third John Wick film, we ultimately saw Baba Yaga confront the elder. If you're a bit hazy on who the elder is, he's the guy at the head of the High Table. Basically the man out of your worst nightmare. John Wick needed to rejoin the assassin society from which he had been exiled. The only way to do so was if the elder agreed. The mysterious leader was going to decide the fate of the boogeyman from his oasis in the Moroccan desert. In the end, we find out that John Wick can rejoin the society. But of course, it couldn't be that simple. The elder wanted something in return. Do you remember what it was? He wanted John Wick's wedding band. Simple enough, no? Well, that's not exactly the case. The elder wants the wedding ring with the finger attached. Yep, he wanted John to chop his finger off and present it to him. Talk about a steep bargain. Many fans think that John will try to go after the elder and will get rid of him once and for all. Maybe that's why at the start of John Wick 4, he was seen in a desert. Perhaps it's the Moroccan desert. For the sake of John's finger, we really hope he ends up getting rid of the elder once and for all. Number 8. John Wick 4 may be the last time we see the High Table. John Wick was at war with the High Table at the end of Parabellum. The Assassin's Guild elite arbiters had made his life extremely tough and dangerous. Their rules prevented him from escaping the life of a contract killer. We think that in this movie, he'll get rid of the whole organization. So what would the killing of all the High Table members mean? The fall of the High Table would bring turmoil and disorder to the Assassin's Guild. While vultures will circle and fight for dominance, Wick would be free to hide in the shadows. But does this mean that John Wick will finally be free of the High Table's curse? Especially when the High Table has made sure that they would hunt him down, no matter who's in charge. Number 7. Winston and the Bowery King may join hands with John Wick. Winston has seen to the needs of all kinds of skilled assassins as the manager of the Continental. It is a one-of-a-kind hotel and shelter for assassins. Winston has special fondness for John Wick. When Wick had broken the rules of the High Table, he had turned a blind eye, even though it had cost him his management role. He has put his career on the line for Wick, risking losing his treasured business in the process. Winston seemed to turn on John Wick by shooting him and abandoning him for dead at the end of the third film. Fans argue that by shooting him in non-vital areas, he gave him a chance to fake his death. Winston may seek to team up with Wick when he comes to avenge the mistreatment he'd experienced at the hands of the High Table, particularly the Adjudicator. Let's now talk about the Bowery King. The Bowery King had faced a lot of backlash for taking John Wick's side. He faced massive shame and was shunned by the Assassin Society. He was even attacked and cut 7 times, nearly killing him. We'll talk more about him later in this video. This trio is what fans have been asking for since day one. We pray that we finally get to see these men fighting together. Number 6. Other assassins may end up helping John Wick. Several assassins may have had enough of the High Table and could join John Wick in taking it down. In the second film, John saves Ari's life, leaving the possibility of her comeback open. Despite his encounters with Sophia in Morocco, he may find an ally in her once more. They had a long history of being companions in arms, and she has always responded to him. John isn't the only assassin who has escaped the tyranny of the High Table. Other assassins may decide to come out of hiding once they learn about his mission and offer their assistance. We think that it's very likely that these assassins may be revealed in the upcoming series, The Continental. This series is very high on our must-watch list. Number 5. The Bowery King will finally get even with the Adjudicator. The Bowery King received a harsh punishment from the Adjudicator for assisting John Wick because he had provided John Wick with a rifle and had let him travel travel through his neighborhood. He was punished brutally by having his carrier pigeons torn to ribbons. Audiences assumed that this was his character's end, but he reappeared near the film's end, honestly looking like Frankenstein's monster hiding in the city depths. He agreed with John Wick that the High Table needed to be punished for mistreating its members. Number 4. The High Table will raise the stakes higher than ever seen before. Baba Yaga restored his privileges at the Continental at the end of the third film. He was preparing to lead an attack with the help of the High Table to deal with Wick. The teams were ultimately defeated with the help of Winston and Charon. Later, on the rooftop, the adjudicator told Winston that these were the first wave of troops who would be deployed to either kill Wick or bring him to stand trial. This hints that the High Table will raise the franchise's 4th edition stakes. The High Table knows that John won't go down without a fight, so now they're pretty much sending in every last soldier they have. Number 3. The movie will pick up right after the third installment. The first 3 John Wick movies took place in the span of a few weeks. Fun fact, the first movie was actually only a week and a half long, since the third part dealt more with John's international adventure. We think that the 4th part is likely to start with him taking a break and then getting into action. At the very least, Wick requires some downtime to recover after his wild adventures. Think about it. He'll need to regroup and prepare his attack if he's going up against the High Table. Right now, John has the element of surprise. The High Table assumes he died at Winston's hands. This will benefit John as he works behind the scenes with the Bowery King to raise arms. Number 2. John Wick will finally get a love interest. The foundation of the John Wick franchise centers around Wick's grief over his dead wife. Even though the film has never been directly about romance, yet his pain for his dead wife has always been a driving force. But he might meet someone new who gives him a purpose to live and get out of the assassin business. Wick has already taken his vengeance for his dog and car, as well as the important members of the Assassin's Guild and crime families that had harmed him. Staying alive just to mourn his dead wife isn't enough of a reason to make a 4th film, let alone the upcoming series. Number 1. It won't meet fans' expectations. Each installment of the John Wick franchise improves on the one before it. It seems unimaginable that the sequel to John Wick wouldn't be able to match its visual style and gripping story. Fans question if this series will be able to maintain its energy and produce another clever, adrenaline-fueled action adventure. Some believe it will fail to live up to the years of excitement surrounding the series and will disappoint those who have sung its praises. We don't want to even think about this, but it seems very likely. What do you think? That's a wrap for this video. What do you think will happen in the 4th movie? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.